Good day, everybody. I'm Shmee, and today I'm back to basically just tell you the horrible story about my awful boat league start, because, oh man, it's gone about as bad as it could. So I started out on a Dominating Blow Necromancer, and I'm playing Ruthless. I'm going through it, and it is a struggle. I don't even have any of the footage still from playing that character because I got so frustrated and upset that I just yeeted and deleted it everything. So here, I'll show you this, and it'll show you about how bad it was. So yeah, I ended up thinking maybe it was Ruthless, and that's what was the problem. So I flipped over to Standard League, and I'm playing the build in Standard League, but I'm getting even more frustrated because I get up, I check YouTube that day, and I'm basically playing the same build that Balor Mage is playing, and he's sitting there talking like, wow, it's so powerful, and it's been nothing but a struggle for me, and I'm just so confused. But I flip over to Standard League, and I'm going to be honest, with Herald of Purity, it just does so much more damage that I thought that was the problem. But I get to my very first Ascendancy, I unlock it, I put Flesh Offering on middle mouse like I normally do, and the first time I activated it, ow! Ow! My hand felt like it was on fire. So I have multiple sclerosis. One of the things you can get with MS, which pretty much everyone with MS has to some extent, is something called muscle spasticity. Now, if you talk to a doctor, they say it's like a cramp, but that is a terrible, terrible description of it. The reality is every single person knows what it feels like. If you've ever worked out really, really hard, and then the next morning your muscle just feels dead and sticky and like it doesn't want to flex right, it's kind of jittery, that's muscle spasticity. That's what it feels like. And it happens for people in MS, but we get really, really specific areas of spasticity. I basically had the entire right hand, the center of my palm, was spastic, and that was the struggle that I had been having in Ruthless. I realized that the whole time in Ruthless, my hand had been getting weaker and weaker, and so I thought I was clicking buttons correctly when the reality was I was just running directly into monsters and not actually clicking the buttons on the mouse because of this issue that I was having with my hand. And after doing that, that hurt so much that it actually caused my hand to lock up completely and I couldn't use it at all. I had like an oven mitt kind of thing going on where my right hand just flopped around and didn't do much. So I thought that was going to be as bad as it was. That's fine. That's happened. I remember I went bowling a few years ago and like 2 games of bowling, just throwing the bowling ball. That made it so that my hand was stuck like I was given a really bad impersonation of an Italian person. So this has happened before. You just take a couple days off and relax, right? Well, apparently, in the spirit of 2024, we had some other plans for me. Because on one of the first days when I'm not doing anything, I can't even play any video game. My right hand, like I said, it's just an oven mitt. I'm standing up from my computer desk, putting all my weight on my good left hand, which then slips out from under me, and my completely off-balance body falls to the ground. My knee does a kind of powerbomb move, and my arm decides that now is the time for me to check my power level because I do a full arm swing like I'm karate chopping my desk in half. And the desk was fine and at the end. It hurt me a lot, but the desk was okay. Now, the weird thing was, at the time, it didn't even bruise my hand. My fingers moved okay, so I thought it was fine. And then my hand started to swell like crazy. These bruises here that I'm showing you probably saw those on the thumbnail, they started showing up about a day later. And as it turns out, I actually kind of messed up my hand. So this crap, all of this dumb stuff that's happened, effectively has cost me the first week and a half of the league where I really haven't been able to play at all. Last few days, I finally got a pointer finger back on my right hand, so I got operable left hand and operable pointer finger. The time that I spent not playing games, I ended up putting a lot of thought into how disabled people would struggle to play a game like this that requires so much key pressing and instant movement. How can I make a build that I can actually play right now with 6 fingers and only 1 finger on my right hand, but something that also might be playable if you didn't have a right hand? And I was able to resurrect one of my favorite old skills, something that it got nerfed so much that no one's really using it, but now with the melee changes it got buffed a bunch. Cyclone. Everyone remembers Whirlwind if you played the old Diablo 2 days, even Diablo 3, and Cyclone with the buffs to melee. Oh, it is back, baby. So I have 2 Cyclone builds that I've been playing because, I can play them with 6 fingers. One of them is a poisonous Cyclone Berserker, and for whatever reason, for the life of me, I cannot find a decent physical damage sword. So I'm now leveling up a cold damage Cyclone Slayer. And so both of these builds you guys are going to get soon, but holy hell, I needed to let you up on what's happening because 2024 has been a big old lemon of a year. So I'm getting back to it. You'll be having these build guides pretty soon, and man, hopefully your 2024 has been better than mine. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, take care, exiles. And also, don't karate chop your desk. It's not a good idea.